All right, Chicago's mayor is focusing on some big news in her city, not the crime, which has gotten to be quite the embarrassment and quite the problem, and quite the lethal one at that, the economic recovery. Yeah, economic recovery. Grady Trimble in Chicago with more on all of this. Explain, Grady.
Neil, Mayor Lori Lightfoot is headed to Europe to try to attract businesses to the Windy City. She says that Chicago's economy is thriving and that the city is poised to have the best economic rebound from the pandemic out of all the major cities in the United States. That is the pitch she's going to make on her trip to Paris and London this week. She's expected to sell the Windy City to business leaders as a financial technology company hub, citing several fintech companies that have raised nearly $500 million in VC money. In announcing this trip to London and Paris, though, Lightfoot failed to mention the three major companies that recently announced they're packing their bags too, but not for a 5-day trip to Europe. Boeing, Caterpillar, and Ken Griffin's Citadel all said in the past couple of months they're permanently leaving Illinois and the Chicago area. All of those companies, by the way, headed to lower tax states. At least in the case of Citadel, you referenced crime. We know that was a factor. Griffin has complained about it a lot. Violent crime in Chicago is up 34% from a year ago. The Illinois Policy Institute had this to say about the mayor's travels. Politicians such as Lightfoot should be listening to instead of ignoring Chicagoans' calls for basic reforms to end nickel and diming taxation. That would improve the city's business climate much more than a trip halfway across the globe to ask other countries to prop up our shrinking landscape. We have reached out to Mayor Lori Lightfoot's office, Neil, to ask how she plans to address this exodus of major businesses from Chicago while she's meeting with politicians and business leaders in Europe. We have not heard back. Neil?
Just a matter of time. Grady Trimble, thank you very much, my friend. Grady in Chicago.